Welcome to Tangling Along with me. We are continuing on tanglepatterns.com, and today it is this pattern that we're going to do. Let's first relax in our shoulders, our hands, wrists and fingers, and just be grateful for today, for friends and families, and that we are going to paint or draw on this beautiful pages in the book. I am opening up my book and finding a space for this pattern. So the one today is also kind of a stand-alone pattern. So I might just pop it in somewhere here, around here, where I find the room for it. For this one you want a big orb to the start. And you don't want the orb to hit anything because we are going to work on the outside of the orb as well. So make a big nice orb. And I placed mine just in the middle of everything on the strings and stuff like that. I just place it there. Again, you can place your orbs just like you feel like. So first of all, I am going to make a crisscross in the middle of my orb. Then I am picking one of these triangular shapes and I'm making a line going up and ending in a spiral. There is a lot with spirals for the time. Then I'm gonna do the same over here, making it go up and into a spiral. Turn my book and I'm gonna do the same here, dividing the room and making a spiral. Then to the other side. Turning my book and again dividing the room with my line and ending in a spiral. So that's the first part of this pattern. So now I'm going to find all these pieces here in between and I'm going to make kind of a little pointy thing here. You can make it just a ladybug shape or something instead. Crescent moon. But I am going with the little pointy hat. On top of each of these. And they're actually coloring in this part here black, so let's do that. We don't have that much black on the page yet, so that's just perfect right now. So I'm just taking my time coloring in these spiky tips, or yeah. I'm just taking my time with it. And when you color in like this, you can always correct your spaces a bit if needed. Just take your time with this. Remember to relax in your hands and your wrist. Maybe loosen up the grip a bit around your pen. Enjoy every stroke you do here, one by one. You may make a long stroke or you may make a small stroke. Doesn't really matter, as long as you just do it in a way that makes you happy. There we go. And then from this tip here, I am going to make a half circle to the next one. And so on all the way around here. And again, you might have to turn your book so it's easier for you to do this. There we go. And then you can make those spikes out here where you're making a line and a dot. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna show you with my pencil. So a line out and a dot. I don't know if you can see that. So a line out and a dot. A line out and a dot. All the way around. That is one possible way to decorate this. I don't even know if you can see that, but it's one way to decorate this pattern here. I am gonna do it a bit different and just erasing a lot of my string lines here that I just went over just like that. Like that. I'm just gonna go in again with my black micron and I'm gonna make a lot of orbs all the way around here. Just placing one orb after the other. I love orbs. And again, just turn your book so it fits you. And I'm gonna do this all the way around here. And they don't have to be all round or all equal. Doesn't really matter as long as they're all the way around the pattern here. And the last bit. There we go. So I'm going to cap my black one. And I am taking my white charcoal because I want to put in some white here in the middle of these rice corn shapes here. And then I take my tortillon, and again I'm always using kind of the side of the tortillon, not the point of it. And I'm just softening out my charcoal here. Actually, I think I'm gonna pop in a tiny bit here on the top of these spiral shapes that we have going on here. The heart. And again, I'm just using my Tortillion for the white charcoal to soften out the charcoal. Like that. Now I am going to my graphite. And I'm gonna make a tiny bit of shadow here at the end of these rice corn shapes. Taking my Tortillion and soften that out. And it's okay if it touches the white part. It's all fine. And I want a darker center here, so I'm just popping in a tiny bit of graphite and then using my Tortillion in a circle motion, making that part darker. And I think I am going to take my white Jelly Roll 10 and I'm making sure it is working, and then just pop in a tiny dot of white in each of these small orbs. I'm just lightly touching the center of the dot, the orb with my jelly roll, and that kind of leaves a nice little dot of white ink or jelly everywhere where I place this little tip here. And this brightens this pattern up a tiny bit. I really like that. Just take your time with this. I barely touch the paper with my jelly roll here. And I don't want to go over where I just was. There we go. So that's the pattern for today. I actually think that turned out really neat. So that was this pattern right here. Thank you for watching. Have an attitude of gratitude.